Access granted.
What's up? It's your boy Big Truck. Hey, yep, you guessed it. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. She has some things to say. I have some things to say, and then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. So grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Last time that I checked, let's get this work.
Legends of the street, that's a walking legend right there. Legendary, they whisper about him in corners.
The problem. Why being available is killing your power. Let me ask you something. How many times today did you immediately respond to a text? How many times did you drop what you were doing because someone needed something from you? How many times did you say yes when you really wanted to say no?
We've always done that. We've been there. I've been there. Okay. Until I started making small little changes in which she's going to demonstrate. Pay attention.
Here's the thing, guys, and I know this might not be what you want to hear, but you've been trained like a puppy. Someone calls, you come running. Someone texts, you respond instantly. Someone needs help, you drop everything. And what do you get for being so helpful and available? You get taken for granted. You become the backup plan, the emergency contact, the, oh yeah, he'll always be there guy. Look, I understand. You think being available makes you a good friend, a good boyfriend, a good employee. But here's what no one told you. When you're always available, you become invisible. You become predictable. And predictable things, they lose their value. Think about it like this. What's more valuable? Water from your kitchen tap that's always there, or water when you're dying of thirst in the desert? Same water, completely different value. The difference? Availability. Right now, you're the kitchen tap, always flowing, always there, never appreciated. But I'm going to show you how to become the oasis in the desert. And when you do that, everything changes. The psychology behind it all. Now, before you think I'm just being mean, let me explain the psychology behind this. There's this famous psychologist named Carl Jung who figured out something crazy about human nature. He discovered that people don't actually want what's always available to them. Our brains are wired to value things that are scarce. It's called the scarcity principle. And it's running in the background of every human interaction you have. When you're always available, you're sending a message that says, I don't have anything better to do.
I don't have no life. I'm here when you need me. I'm not being productive. I'm always available for you. I will stop any and everything for you. That's what that says. I really have no value. Versus when you keep the distance, a person would think about you more. You'll be on that person's mind even more. You ain't got to text every day. Good morning, love. That can get boring. It's certain things that can get boring. But also there's certain things that a person will appreciate because that individual's appreciative.
You're basically telling the world that your time isn't valuable. If your time isn't valuable to you, why should it be valuable to anyone else? But here's where it gets real interesting. When you become unavailable, something magical happens in other people's minds. They start wondering what you're doing. They start questioning why you're not responding. They start thinking about you more, not less. It's like when you're watching a movie and the main character is mysterious, you can't stop thinking about them, right? Same principle. Mystery creates interest. Availability kills it. And the best part, the people who get upset when you become unavailable, those are the exact people who are using you. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries and value your time even more. The transformation, how to disappear the right way. All right, so now you're probably thinking, okay, this makes sense, but how do I actually do this without being a jerk? Great question. Let me break it down for you. Step 1, shut your mouth, but in a smart way. First thing, stop telling everyone everything about your life. I know it feels good to share, but every time you spill your plans, your problems, or your progress, you're giving away your power.
Stop giving away your power. That goes for men and women. Keep your conversation. Say less. There we go. Say less. Everybody don't need to know what you've done, what you're doing. That's when having proper communication comes into play.
From now on, you become a mystery. When someone asks you what you're up to, you don't give them your whole life story. You say, just working on some project or staying busy. That's it. Short, sweet, mysterious. Step 2, delay your responses. This one is major. Stop responding to texts immediately.
I do that. I do that now. The moment I started doing that, I noticed a whole different shift. Well, the first thing I've done was say less. Everybody don't need to know your business. Everybody don't need to know your plans. Started doing that. Then same thing with I started responding to messages late. It's not just started doing it deliberately, but I have other things going on. I can get to it when I can get to it. I'm not going to be able to get to certain things right away.
I don't care if you saw it right away. Wait, give it an hour, give it a few hours, sometimes give it a day. And no, this isn't about playing games. This is about showing that you have a life, that you're busy with important things, that your time has value. Step 3, start saying no. This might be the hardest one, but it's the most important.
I had to learn that. Saying no. The moment I started saying no, individuals would get mad, they would get an attitude, but I didn't give a fuck. My peace is my peace. My well-being is my well-being. My finances is my finances. What I can do to help, I can do to help. If I can, I can. I'm not going to go out of my way to be a yes ma'am. Got the wrong one. When I say no, I mean no.
Start saying no to things you don't want to do. Stop being everyone's go-to guy for everything. Your buddy wants to hang out, but you're tired? Not tonight, man. Your coworker wants you to cover their shift again? Sorry, I've got plans. And here's the key. You don't have to explain yourself. No is a complete sentence. Step 4, create your own schedule. Successful people guard their time like it's gold. Start scheduling your life around what you want to accomplish.
I don't waste time, I use time. So my time is very valuable. Whether if I'm going out on a date, whether if my time at work, my time on my podcast, my time is very valuable. My time in the gym, I prioritize my time. And when you prioritize your time, that says a lot about who you are as a person.
Not around what other people need from you. Want to hit the gym? Block out that time and treat it like the most important meeting of the day. Want to work on a side project? Schedule it and protect that time like your life depended on it. What happens in the shadows? Now, when you start doing this, something incredible happens. You create space in your life, space to actually become the person you want to be. See, when you're always available to everyone else, when do you have time for yourself? When do you have time to improve, to grow, to become better? You don't. You're too busy being everyone else's solution to their problems. But when you become unavailable, you get your life back. And this is where the it gets real. You start focusing on you. For maybe the first time in years, you can actually focus on your goals. Want to get in shape? Now you have time to hit the gym. Want to learn a new skill? Now you have the time to study instead of solving everyone else's drama. You become more interesting.
When I begin to heal from my situation in 2019, when I began to heal, when I moved to a different location, scenery, I was able to breathe. It's like I was set free. You will know your purpose. You will understand your worth. You will discover many things about yourself that you did not discover before. When you find yourself on this journey, either A, you're going to go on this journey alone, or B, the Most High is going to put someone by your side along your journey.
When people can't reach you all the time, they start wondering what you're doing. And when they do see you, You actually have something interesting to talk about because you've been living your life instead of just reacting to everyone else's. Here's something no one talks about. When you stop seeking everyone's approval and start protecting your own, your confidence shoots through the roof. You start walking differently, talking differently. People notice. You attract better people. High value people are attracted to other high value people. And high value people don't have time for needy, always available energy. The challenges you'll face. Truth be told, this isn't always easy. When you start becoming unavailable, some people are going to get upset. You'll get guilt trips. You never have time for me anymore. Oh, you've changed. What's wrong with you? And you know what? They're right. You have changed. You've stopped being their emotional emergency button. You've stopped being their backup plan. You've stopped being available for whatever they need, whenever they need it. Some people will try to make you feel bad about this. They'll say you're being selfish or cold.
Oh, I've gotten that many times. I've gotten that so many times. Why? Because I was once available. I once responded. And now I don't need to. I don't have to. I don't want to. When I'm on my purpose and I'm focused on something, that is going to take my time. That is going to get my time. I can get to you when I'm done doing whatever it is that I'm doing. I can get to you when I have time, especially if it serves me. Oh, but you know what? Ain't nothing I can say. But at the end of the day, I'm on my purpose. It's my peace. And that will be protected by any means necessary.
But let's be real. The only people who get upset when you set boundaries are the people who are benefiting from you not having any. The people who truly care about you, they'll respect your time more, not less. They'll value the time you do give them because they know it's not automatic anymore. So when you feel guilty about not being available, and you will feel guilty at first, remember you're not being mean. You're being smart. You're protecting your most valuable resource, your time and energy. The results. What changes when you become unavailable? So what actually happens when you start doing this consistently? Let me tell you, the results are incredible. People start respecting your time. When people know they can't just interrupt you whenever they want, they start being more respectful when they do reach out. No more, hey, what's up text at midnight. No more expecting immediate responses. You become more valuable.
That's true. And that's the moral of it. You want to become more valuable, whether you're a man or a woman. Knowing who you are and whose you are in the season of your life is very important. And embracing that. Discover those things about you that you didn't discover before. That made you this amazing person that you are. This amazing woman, this amazing man that you are. This beautiful soul that you've become.
Remember the water example? You become the oasis, not the tap. People start appreciating the time you give them because they know it's not guaranteed. Your relationships improve. I know this sounds backwards, but when you become less available, your relationship actually get better. Why? Because you're only spending time with people you actually want to, not because you feel obligated to. You accomplish your goals. Here's the beauty. When you stop being everyone else's solution, you finally have time to work on your own problems. Your fitness, your career, your hobbies, everything starts improving because you're actually investing time in yourself. You develop unshakable confidence. And the confidence that comes from this, it's not fake confidence or arrogance. It's real confidence that comes from knowing your worth and protecting your value. People can sense this from a long distance. Look, guys, I know this might feel uncomfortable at first, but you've probably been that always available guy for years, maybe your whole life. But I promise you, when you start implementing this, your life will change in ways you can't even imagine right now.
And on that note, continue to change. Continue to discover you. Continue to live your best life. Continue to guard and keep your peace. But also be available. Know when to be available, know when not to be available. Know when to respond, know when not to respond. Choice is yours. One love.